Greenland's flag looks simple: red, white, a circle split in two. But this flag is not just a design choice, it is a statement about identity, power, and resistance. And in recent years, as the United States openly showed interest in Greenland, this flag has taken on a meaning far beyond aesthetics. So why does Greenland's flag look nothing like other Nordic flags? Why does it avoid the famous Nordic cross? And how did a flag become a symbol of independence in one of the world's most geopolitically important regions? Let's break it down. Greenland is often perceived as distant, frozen, and politically irrelevant. In reality, it is anything but. It is the largest island on Earth, rich in natural resources, strategically located between North America and Europe, and home to critical Arctic shipping routes. For centuries, Greenland has been tied to Denmark. But culturally, ethnically, and historically, Greenland is Inuit first, European second. And this difference lies at the heart of its flag. Most Nordic countries share one unmistakable symbol: the Nordic cross, representing Christianity and shared Scandinavian heritage. Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland all use it. Greenland deliberately does not. This was not an accident. When Greenland gained home rule in 1979, discussions about a national flag intensified. Many proposals included a Nordic cross, but they were rejected. Why? Because the Greenlandic population wanted a symbol that reflected Inuit identity, not colonial heritage. The message was clear: Greenland is part of the Nordic world politically, but culturally, it stands on its own. The flag was officially adopted in 1985. At first glance, it looks minimalistic, but every element carries meaning. The white represents ice, snow, and the Arctic environment. The red represents the ocean, the sun at the horizon, and life and warmth in a harsh climate. The red semicircle represents the sun, with its bottom part sunk in the ocean, and the white semicircle, the icebergs and pack ice. It visually mirrors Greenland's landscape: ice above, ocean below, with the sun touching both. This is not symbolism borrowed from Europe. It is symbolism rooted in Arctic reality. Here's an important detail many people miss: Denmark approved Greenland's flag. That alone is significant. Allowing a non-Nordic cross flag was a major political concession. It acknowledged that Greenland's identity was fundamentally different. The flag did not declare independence, but it quietly asserted cultural autonomy. And symbols matter, especially when global powers start paying attention. The U.S. interest in Greenland did not start in 2019. During World War II, the United States established military presence on the island. Today, the Thule Air Base remains one of the most strategically important U.S. military installations in the Arctic. Greenland sits at the crossroads of Arctic defense, missile detection, future shipping routes, and rare earth resources. So, when U.S. President Donald Trump openly suggested buying Greenland, many people laughed. But Greenland didn't. Greenlandic leaders responded clearly: Greenland is not for sale, and symbols like the flag suddenly became more important than ever. Greenland's flag is now often interpreted as more than cultural pride. It represents resistance to foreign ownership, rejection of being treated as territory rather than a people. A reminder that Greenland's future should be decided by Greenlanders. The absence of the Nordic cross becomes meaningful here. The flag says, "We are not Denmark's province. We are not America's asset. We are Greenland." In times of geopolitical pressure, identity symbols harden. Flags stop being decorative and start being political. Greenland today governs most of its internal affairs. Denmark still controls foreign policy and defense. But independence discussions are no longer theoretical. As climate change opens Arctic routes and resources, Greenland's importance grows. And so does its leverage. And if independence ever comes, this flag is already waiting. It doesn't need to change. Greenland's flag is quiet, but it is not neutral. It tells a story of identity, autonomy, and resistance, especially at a time when global powers are watching the Arctic more closely than ever. And sometimes, the strongest political statements aren't loud speeches, they're symbols that refuse to change. How do you see the flag? And what does it represent to you today? Your comments are appreciated. And if you're interested in the hidden stories behind flags, borders, and national symbols, consider subscribing. A like also helps this video reach more people who care about history and identity. Thank you, and until next time.